Hello everybody, it's your boy Kirby K10 here, coming at you with another episode of the Overkill Podcast. We're on episode 99, almost to that 100 mark, and almost to 2 years of doing this podcast. I'm here with my co-host Meta Knight, or Iron Man or Frankie. What?
It's me. I'm back, baby. All right. It's true. We've had a strong streak here.
Yes.
Oh, he's dead. All right.
My door wasn't shut. Sorry.
He died.
Okay. I hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving, and hopefully you have a Merry Christmas. I think we forgot to say that on our Thanksgiving episode, but we're kind of busy. These episodes have kind of been a little bit last minute a lot of the time, and we've kind of recorded them real quick, so we haven't had time to address them.
Yeah, it's been a little cooked.
It's a busy time of the year for everyone. Hanging out with family, and you got to do other stuff. So it's just been a real hectic time of year, but
yeah. Yes. It's always hard. It's always hard to get stuff done around this time. So, I guess this time we should probably jump in.
Yeah, we'll just hop right into it. The Air Riders dev team is apparently disbanding soon, and the game updates are going to be over. The game was released, and Sakurai said there was not going to be any DLC for the game. There's been a couple of, I think, not really bounce patches, but more just patching bug fixes and stuff like that.
Okay.
And apparently,
Let's see.
there's going to be the 1.2 update, and after that, there's the 1.2 update, and I think there's going to be one more update, and that's all they're going to have for this game, which is pretty sad. But this is how most of Sakurai's games have gone. I think he doesn't like to keep updating them after a certain point, once the game's like finished in his eyes, right?
Yeah, I mean, once the game is done for him, it's done. Like he doesn't really see a lot of value in constantly just forcing updates out, especially just for the sake of forcing updates out. So it's not super shocking that he's just gonna kind of walk away, and just leave it where it lies. I don't think that's very surprising at all.
Yeah. Also, some people are speculating in the comments here that he's probably working on the next Smash game as well, which is I think that's more likely what's happening, where he's got to move on to a bigger game.
Yeah.
Sadly, but
I am more inclined to believe that he's probably just moving on to the next Smash game, because as we know, he's going to assist with this one, and then he's finally going to retire, which he probably deserves. And I don't know. I know we were speculating on that a couple podcast episodes ago, but definitely been getting back into Smash as well. And there's just a quality to these Sakurai games that maybe you agree, maybe you don't, but like he just makes games just for fun, which sounds crazy, but I think that that's more and more rare these days for a game to just be made to have fun.
yeah, and I don't know. I think I like that he doesn't keep constantly updating them, because I think some updates are kind of pointless. Like in a lot of games, especially a lot of live service games, there are points in the game where it's like perfect, and it feels perfect, right? And then they update it for no reason, just to have change, and it messes it up. And so I think Sakurai, he is like kind of a perfectionist, but I think he's only a perfectionist up to a point. And then he kind of realizes, okay, I gotta stop. So, and I'm really happy with how Kirby Air Riders is. To me, it doesn't need a DLC and whatnot. And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think you and I have both been. Playing Kirby Air Riders pretty consistently since it launched, right?
Yeah, I I literally have I completed this. I 100% completed single player mode and top or air ride. Almost done with top ride, and then I just have city trial and online challenges or whatever. But I mean, I was like addicted to the game for at least the first week or two.
Right.
It's kind of fallen off for me. I mainly just play it now. Like if I'm at work, I'll play it like for 15 minutes in the car, real quick, and then like get back to work. So I don't know, that it's a good like game to just pick up, play for a bit, and then put it down.
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree, and I've noticed a lot more. Like that's really the joy of a lot of these Nintendo games is, to be honest, a lot of them you don't really have to lock in that long for. Just get on, play for like 20 minutes, and leave. And I don't know. It's interesting. It's something I don't think that goes. I don't think it goes very noticed very often. But a lot of these, games from other developers, you're meant to lock in for like an hour minimum. Play forever.
And probably multiple hours.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or am I crazy on that? Okay.
Yeah, no, I get what you're talking about. I guess, do we want to move on to another game?
Yeah, well, yeah, we can.
That
what?
we've been talking about. It's been pretty heavily noticed by most people, but BO7, the metrics for this game are down quite a bit.
Dog water.
They've been down from BO6 and MW3, which BO6 was down from MW3. So this basically, I think it was Tom Henderson. He posted that they were down, and then if you look at this, there's another games journals here. They changed their release strategy for Call of Duty. And the player count has been halved in 12 months.
Damn.
BO7 sold 40,000 units over launch compared to 20.3 million for BO6. So they've had over a 50% drop. And then if you look at the player statistics, I believe it was like 30 million active players. And for BO7, that was for BO6. For BO7, it's only 15 million. So, and I myself, from personal experience, I was trying to queue into Hardcore Nuketown. I couldn't get a game at like 4 a.m. one time. So, I guess there just wasn't enough players, or the game wasn't matchmaking correctly. One of the two, but.
Wow, have you looked at the Steam charts for it yet?
No, I have not. It's probably pretty bad.
It's only 63K.
Yeah, I mean, I think last year that was towards what it was at the end of last year's game. You know what I mean, like October-ish, before this one came out. But
well, yeah, and it seems like they just lump it in with Call of Duty in general now.
Right. Well, all the games are on that one unified thing now.
Yeah, so obviously the all-time peak was 500,000. But yeah, I mean, and then it dips down, you're right. In the morning it dips down to like 30. And then yeah, like midday, like now peak midday is 63, and that's of course midday US time, but interesting. I mean, Is it just because it's so derivative? It's just the same stuff from the past, 5 years or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, I really think that's what it is. Like, I think I said on a podcast or two ago, like I was playing the season 1 update, and I was literally playing on Nuketown with the Peacekeeper like it was 2012 again, and I was like, bro, why am I still playing this same game? Yeah, I think it's just derivative, and ultimately they need to like change up the formula. And also one thing, in this video posted by Nero, he kind of went over the whole thing. They are gonna switch up their strategy again. They are stopping the like continuous releases where, so like it was MW2 then MW3, now it's BO6 BO7. They're apparently gonna go back to where it's gonna be Black Ops then Modern Warfare then Black Ops then Modern Warfare. They're gonna kind of try to stagger it again like they used to have it. Or maybe I think they're gonna go back and maybe have Sledgehammer be the third one again.
Oh wow, yeah, that'll be interesting.
Because really, Sledgehammer has just been like a support studio basically for these like 2 years or whatever.
Yeah.
2 year developed games, which is, I don't know. It's led to, especially with BO7, I can tell a couple of things were repurposed. I don't know, just it just feels like that's how they're kind of rolling now, where it's just less and they're less, actual manpower, less effort put in.
Right.
And I believe they also have said that they're going to try to cut down on the budget, which I think just means they're going to use more AI to do stuff.
Yeah.
So,
cooked.
It's the COD franchise is just cooked right
now. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised just watching you play it, or I've seen this YouTube video that we had in our notes, the show notes. To be honest, like this looks nothing different from like 10 years ago, and I mean, yeah, that's what COD is. But like they just don't have that same spark in their map making, in their gun making, like in anything they do. It just doesn't seem to have that same. I don't know. It just doesn't hit the same anymore, and I think most people feel that way. I don't know if everyone just outgrew it. It seems kind of like the industry overall has kind of moved to like more cozy games, like for mass audiences. And that might be like I don't know why that is. That might be the introduction to a lot of women playing games again. And I think just overall, I think like a lot of people they get tired out on shooters like whenever they're 13. And then of course things like Fortnite took over, which we never thought we'd see a COD play second fiddle to any game. But it just seems like. The kids have moved away from liking COD, and I think like the older people that have already played COD moved on to other games. Maybe I'm smoking on that, but
yeah, I mean, like in our friend group, and I mean even at like work, for instance, like every younger person that I know who's like 20 to like 30, they all play like League of Legends, or they play like Overwatch. They play a different game. Their main game is not COD. So and if I try to talk to them about COD, they're like, "Oh, bro, that game's dumb," So,
yeah, everyone's moved on.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I want to get it. I don't think I will.
No,
if I did,
I don't
I would
think
do
it's
the
that
Game
worth
Pass.
it, to be honest.
Yeah,
I do want to say one thing. I think one way they could get at least at my good side, and I think most of the community's good side, is they just need to be honest about SBMM. They need to just come out and give us all the data, show us the source code or something. I don't know. Like, you just got to be honest on how all this stuff works, because most people don't believe that the non-SBMM mode in this game is not SBMM. I don't believe it either, because I've had matches where I'm like, nah, this still feels like there's some sort of matchmaking manipulation going on.
Yeah, I think what they did is they took out the SBMM and they renamed it something else. And so they, like, legally they can say, oh, SBMM doesn't exist anymore, but it's just a different system.
Yeah.
That's the theory I have. And I don't know if anyone else has come up with that theory, but That's kind of the vibe I get. Is like there is something there. It might not be called the same, but it almost functions the same.
Well, and I think what it is really is they do have SPMM in the non SPMM mode, but it's just lesser. So like skill is not as much of a priority, and they prioritize more like connection and how close you are to the other people, so that way you have like a better connection experience. But I think the skill is still factored into that. And so I can feel that there is less SPMM there, but you can still feel it for sure that some people are definitely try-harding in the lobby. And it's like this isn't how it would be if it was back in like 2012.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think there's something there.
Yeah.
Something fierce.
I guess speaking of COD's biggest competitor, we can move on to BF6. BF6 did have a huge update, or not really a huge update, but just kind of a cool little winter update. It added a winter variant of New York State, which is basically a map set in New York, so it's like the perfect winter map. And I didn't know this, but on the map, if you walk around in like the snowy areas, you'll get cold and you'll get frozen and you won't heal anymore, and you have to go up to fiery barrels to get warmed up again so you can get health again, which is an interesting mechanic. But I was wondering why I was freezing. It doesn't really tell you this, or at least I didn't know about it until watching a level cap video, and I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That's why I was freezing. But I don't know, maybe they should have explained that. But as well as this update does fix just a ton of bugs with the game. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, so far I've played a little bit of this game, or a little bit of this update. I just haven't. I don't know. Battlefield for me is kind of fallen off on a lot of my radar, I guess.
Yeah, it just seems so. I mean, it's kind of like COD. I don't know. I mean, I know y'all. I know y'all wanted me to get into it and get the game, but like, it seems so generic. So just another Battlefield, and then, I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. I guess is what I'm kind of getting at. Is it seems. It just seems like these games. Maybe there's so many games being released. There's just, I don't know. It's so short lived now. You buy a game and it lasts for, a month, and then you can still get lobbies and stuff after that, but it's just really slowed down now. So I don't know. It's interesting. Is that kind of what you're talking about? Kind of what you're experiencing is like,
Yeah.
and then
I feel like I've experienced most of what the game has to offer, and like I just don't care to play more matches. I don't know. It's just like the game is just always the same. Even if you like try a different weapon, like most of the weapons feel the same in this game. Whereas like I feel like in Battlefield 4 and the other Battlefield games, like every weapon had like its own unique identity.
Oh, right.
And I feel like they made this Battlefield game to just be Call of Duty with slightly bigger maps, To me, it just doesn't feel like a Battlefield game. That's my biggest problem with this. And I don't know if you've seen like gameplay of it, but it to me it looks like Call of Duty. It doesn't look like Battlefield.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've seen it. Well, and I played the beta too, but
I mean, it makes sense though. They want to capture the same market, so they just were like, well, let's copy the homework.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. I guess this ties in kind of to my next theory here too. Is so I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing because of Switch 2, and there really is no beating Animal Crossing. It kind of is. I mean, There is the get your island level up to rank 3. KK comes and gives the concert, and then you upgrade Nook's Cranny, and then in this modern Animal Crossing game, like that is essentially beating the game. There's anything else you do is up to you. It's all decorating and walking around and doing busy work. And I guess what's really funny to me is that these shooter games like BF6 and COD, they've done this thing where they kind of try to do the seasonal stuff in the video game, which is kind of funny. Like to me, it's always really funny whenever like Battlefield does these updates like you're talking about, where they just add a bunch of snow to a map or these random mechanics, and you're like, what? What are you guys doing? I always felt like that time would be better spent, like actually making a new map, actually adding in new guns, or even just new vehicles and stuff. But I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy on that.
Yeah, no, I would have preferred something like, I don't know, like a new game mode. I just, anything else besides just, oh, we're gonna add snow on our map. It's not even that like
It's just one
Christmas
map,
themed.
right?
It's just literally snow. Yeah, it's just that one map, bro.
So yeah,
That's all it
why?
is.
Just make a
With
new
that
map.
unique mechanic, yeah, I don't know. I just
Do
I was like,
anything else, man.
you could have made like a festive themed game mode or anything. I don't know.
Yeah. Goodness
Um,
gracious. I know. I like how that all spawned from Animal Crossing, but it's true. Yeah, I feel like I'm going crazy, man.
yeah, or they could
Um,
just. I think it would be cool if a game just made like, if they had a bunch of maps and then like every season it would just change to be like wintery on all the maps, and then it would be like spring on all the maps, and then like summer on all the maps. I don't know.
I mean, yeah,
That'd
that'd be
be a
kind of
lot of
cool.
effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they
I mean,
used to
but with
do.
AI,
Yeah, I
anything's
mean,
possible
we
with
all know they're
AI.
using AI, so.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I should mention I did play Tekken 8 this morning. It's one of the reasons I forgot to wake you up for church. Is I was playing Tekken 8. There's a guy on Discord. He was like, "Hey, yo, you want to play Tekken 8?" And so I got on a call, and he wiped the floor with me, honestly, because it had been so long since I played Tekken. But it's actually better than I remember. And like the store, for as much shit as we gave the store when it first came out, I really don't think it has like a huge impact on the game. All the cosmetic stuff, it just looks really silly. And
Yeah.
yeah, it had less of an impact than I expected. I guess. And Tekken also has kind of been falling for some of that too. Anytime you ever add skins into a game, they always do these weird seasonal events.
Yeah. For me, it's just the DLC packs are a little too pricey. And I know like they're pretty. I think the pricing for the DLC packs are like pretty standard for fighting games. But I think it's like $8 per character, and then like
Mhm.
the total package is like something like 20, 25,
So they
I guess,
have
for
a.
or 30.
I don't have Steam open. Oh yeah, I do. So they
Or they,
have. It's season 2. The character pass is 27, and it's on sale from 30. And then you can buy the character and stage pass together for 36, and it's on sale from 40.
huh. Okay.
So it's about
I
40
just
for each season, which is every year they want $40 from you to do it. I actually don't know what's in the
I
season 2
mean,
pass.
I mean, it's better. It's better than COD, I guess.
Oh, it's got Anna Williams, Fakrum Ram, Pack Pixels, Armor King. Okay, so it's basically all of the characters they've released, and with the stage. So season 2 has been all of the new stuff, I guess.
Hmm.
And season 1, you can get the old season 1 pass for 30, but it's also 40, and that has all the characters from the 2 years ago, I
Yeah,
guess.
I guess that's not horrible. I mean, I was gonna say that's better than COD that won 70 every year. So, I mean,
Yeah,
there's
if you're a
that.
big fan, I mean, it's not horrible.
Also, they don't change the game every year, so it's kind of consistent. I kind of wanted to bring this up too, is just as a topic. Like, I don't like how. I was kind of talking this about with my buddies, but like I think games like Counter Strike or a game like Fortnite or a lot of these like live service style games, or like even the fighting games like Street Fighter has basically been the same game for years and years and years, and it's built a community, and it's considered one of the big. Most of those games are considered really great, and it's because they stay the same for the most part. They stay the same, and they don't try to like change up their game mechanics every year. And I think that's why they're so beloved.
Yeah.
And I was saying that's kind of why I don't like games like League of Legends, because every year they have like one massive big update, and whenever it rolls into the next year, and like they change all the items, so like you have to relearn the whole item system where they like change all the runes and stuff. And so I kind of like my games to be consistent. If your game has like one unique mechanic, you should always just keep that mechanic in there, and try not to change it. And I feel like a lot of these games try to do that. They try to change the mechanics every year. They try to change stuff that didn't need to be changed.
I mean, yeah, that's why old CODs did so well. That's because they were basically the same thing, almost in between every game. But I think you're right, and what I'd really like to see from COD is I actually wish they would go to a 2-year release. Break, kind of like Assassin's Creed did.
I mean, yeah, they would, but they would never do that because then they can't make money every year.
Yeah, obviously. But I think it'd be healthier for the game. But they'll never do that. Also, people that play a lot of video games, they like the same thing over and over again. They like to say they want something new, but they really don't. And so, like, anytime you ever hear anyone say, well, I want them to change, I want them to do this and this and this, they usually don't mean that, because, to be honest, people just want to play the same game.
Well, yeah, and, like, people don't know what they actually want. Like, I remember, like, especially during COD Ghost, or Black Ops 2 to COD Ghost, a lot of, like, people were saying, like, oh, it's just the same game every year. Mm-hmm. And then COD ended up changing to make it, to make the exosuits, which people hated even more. Mm-hmm. So it's like, even if you change your whole gameplay, it's like, people are still going to hate it. Like, you just gotta keep on what you're doing. And to me, that's why, like, I kind of wish they would have just released, like, Black Ops 2 and they just kept updating that game throughout the years. Because, like, think about how much content would be in there now.
Yeah.
Especially because, nowadays they have to make the graphics even better than Black Ops 2. In Black Ops 2, most of the maps there, you could probably make them way better. Way easier. Yeah, nowadays, just because they have like a huge studios now, but back then they didn't have as big of a studio, so they could make a lot more anyway. But yeah, any final thoughts? Any ramblings?
I mean, to be honest, we kind of went in circles a little bit this episode, but I mean, that's kind of the vibe we were going for. I don't really have a lot of, I don't really have anything else. I think that's it. To be honest, I think like a lot of what we covered is a lot like we've gone, a lot of the reasons we've gone over to Nintendo stuff. The games don't change. They're not about trying to remake the same thing every time, or they're about making the same thing every time and trying to keep some consistency. But usually it's always improvements. and they're usually, I will say, they're usually fairly honest. I know they've been doing some of that like day one, or DLC like almost right after the game comes out, which is a little scummy. But I think overall, I don't know. I feel like Nintendo's kind of going the opposite direction of a lot of these companies. They also take their time to make a lot of these games. Not always, but more recently they've been, 2-year development cycles, that kind of stuff. 7 years, 6 years, depends on what game. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I was hoping this would be kind of a shorter episode anyway. So
there you go.
Yeah, I think we got everything. Hope you guys enjoyed the pod.
Gamers.
It's been your boy, Kirby DK10. Peace.
It's been your boy Meta. Bye.